Hearts, hearts, glorious hearts. Na 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 na. Stevie Naismith is sacked. Welcome back to Fog Football. We fought Monday morning. The reality is, it is Sunday afternoon. They've sat down to watch the F1. They've sat down to watch the Premier Sports Cup, and they've went, you know what, actually, Stephen, you don't even deserve Monday morning, mate. You deserve today. You deserve to get sacked right here, right now, sunshine. And you know what? I totally, I totally agree with it. Totally agree with it. As we touched on yesterday, I mean, seriously, how could Stephen Naismith really last? It's 8 defeats in a row. It shouldn't even have got this far, man. Being truthful about it. It shouldn't have, but this is what Hearts tweeted last 19 minutes ago. So, Heart Midlothian Football Club has today parted with head coach Stephen Naismith and his assistants Gordon Forrest and Frankie McAvoy. The club thanks them and wishes them well. There isn't another further update for Andrew McKinley, but before we read into that, I mean, what else is there to say, man? It's just an absolute freaking disaster, to say the least. It's just an absolute. It had to go, man. As we touched on, man, it's like I don't think there's any other club in the league that would have lost eight games in a row, getting beat. 8 games in a row. There were some tough games in there, right? Celtic Park. Two European games that weren't the easiest, but you're losing at Tynecastle. You're losing easy enough places as well away. It was just, I mean, it was a ticking time bomb for Stevie Naismith, man. It's like, I think what was it? The last 17 games, he's drew like 2 games or something and lost 15. Some crazy stat like that. Lost every game in pre season. I don't know. I mean, and it's actually, it's incredible though, right? Because see when you actually look at it, right? They've actually had a really good summer transfer window. Hearts, really good summer transfer window. So the question is, what has actually gone wrong? But if you look back to last season, to me, I think I think the writing's on the wall for me, because when you look at it, right, the reality is this has been happening not just this season but last season. Hearts were absolutely pish last season. There is no two ways about it. Towards the end of it, they were very good. They were consistent, as we've touched upon. And the rest of the league was really poor. There was talks of Hearts, right, in that, like, towards like the second half of last season. Oh, Ewan Cameron. Oh, they're going to challenge. They're going to do this. They're going to do that, right, and all that good stuff. But then what happened? The arse went. They lost a bunch of games. They drew a bunch of games. It kind of does piss me off that a couple of Hearts' good results have actually came against the likes of, Rangers, 2 draws, a free each draw at Tynecastle last game of the season, and then an almighty 0-0 draw at the start of this season, which pains me because, Hearts are so bad. Rangers should really, I mean, obviously in terms of the game, Rangers were really poor. So I'm not going to pretend we deserved anything more than a point, but when you look at the actual state of the season, man, it's like, oh my goodness. We are so pish. We are so pish. We really should have put Hearts to the sword, but we'll dive into what the actual statement and what the big man said. So, I mean, there's a Andrew McKinley. So, I wonder what Ewan Cameron's saying. He can't be a happy bunny right now. But this is what Andrew McKinley said. I'd like to firstly thank Stephen, Gordon and Frankie for all their efforts over the past year and a half. They worked tirelessly in their roles, and without them we would not have enjoyed the successes of last season. However, things can change quickly, particularly in football, and it's been clear overall to see that things have not been working this season. Results and performances have fallen below the standards expected at this football club. Unfortunately, there's little evidence of any potential upturn in fortunes. With our Europa League Conference League campaign about to commence and the spotlight on our league position, we cannot afford to stand still. That is why we, as a board of directors, have made the difficult decision to part ways with the management team, who go with our thanks and best wishes. We will update supporters shortly about next steps in both the short and long term. But for now, the club shall be making no further comment at this time. So there you have it. That's the. I mean, it's right. You know, they did good last season, but Hearts, they're a big club. You know, people can joke. We joke. We have jokes with Jags here on this channel, but you know, the Hearts should not be fucking sitting right. The Hearts should not be sitting still. They should be moving forward, and you cannot be sitting here, right, with 8 defeats in a row on the third year campaign in Europe beginning. And also, I mean, the season can still be salvaged, right? I think Aberdeen's too far in front, right? And, you know, forget about Celtic and Rangers, whatever. Hearts could still finish third, which, I mean, I'm not saying if you offered them right now, would you take fourth? Like, would Hearts accept it? It does sound a bit defeatist, but the reality is, I mean, you probably fucking would. Um, but I want to quickly see what you and Cameron said. Have you said anything? No, but actually hasn't tweeted anything. I guess it is just new news here for Stephen Naismith, but he's away, man. It had to be done. You know, there's no two ways about it. It had to go. It had to go. You know, he took over in April 2023. He stirred them. He bloody stirred them. What are we doing? What are we doing? Anyway, guys, I think that's where we're going to leave this video. You know, there'll be more videos coming in the near future about betting odds and things like that, and you know, oh, who's going to become the new Hearts manager? But when you break it down and you look at it, I mean, who the heck will become the new Hearts manager? Honestly, I don't know. I hope for the sake of this league and for this league to grow, I would like Hearts to go outside the box. You know, I would like them to go and try and sign like a Jimmy Thielen. But well, you never know. And with Tony Bloom, that investment over the horizon, it was absolutely the correct decision to make, guys. Absolutely. So that's where we're going to leave it. Big Stevie Cool signing out here on Fog Football. And yeah. Hearts, hearts, glorious hearts. Na, 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 na. They're pish, but yeah. Stevie Naismith, it had to go. Breaking news here. Sunday afternoon. Can he beat it?